Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My call sign is November 9. I actually had to restart this, from this part forward, because I went to go turn this into Daisy, and she kept bugging out and would not talk to me. Real quick, just so everyone's aware, I know in the first couple of episodes, Wasteland difficulty, the middle difficulty, but I did turn friendly fire on after the first two episodes. So in any and all future combats, and probably the ones that led up to this, friendly fire has been enabled. So just keep that in mind when we get into combat here. Because I've got some guys that are using shotguns and I don't want them to kill everybody. And or the animals that we have. So let's go see if we can turn this into Sheriff Daisy now.
You're a barrel of monkeys, huh?
Nice to
Hopefully.
see the city back to life, huh?
Yeah, people are shopping and building. Well, rebuilding. Almost like we were never attacked at all.
It's gonna
Here they are. That was one hell of a sneaky way to get Brygo to surrender. Round of applause for the Rangers, Marshals. Mighty kind of you to hand Brygo over. Can't tell you how long I've been waiting for this day. Your law was after my own heart. Around here, we always remember who our friends are. Now, I said I'd owe you a favor if you took care of this for me, and I meant it. Thing is, Delgado owes you too, big time. So I'm sending him over to your base to manage your armory. He'll take good care of you. Thanks again, Rangers. You ever need my help, you know where to rustle me up.
Alright, so we turned in that quest and a bunch of our people leveled up, so let's go through. First of all, we got a machine turret and we got some decoys. So these two things are good at lower levels in my opinion. The decoy at a higher level is going to get killed in one enemy turn. The machine turret just doesn't do enough damage at some point for it to be useful, but they still can be annoying for the enemy team. Alright, so Kickboy, who's probably going to get kicked out of the squad, we will equip him with the machine turret. At some point, we'll kick him out. We're just going to put into coordination. Here for skills, we'll put 2 in small arms and 1 in barter. And for perks, we're using shotguns. That doesn't make sense. So here's a good one. It gives your deployable a little more health and they deal more damage. So we'll choose that. And this is just in case we have to bring these guys back into our squad at a later date because we made one of our other NPC squad members angry. So you don't just want to waste these points. You want to spend them deliberately, in my opinion. Alright, Bronco, another guy that's probably going to be kicked out at some point. 1 point into coordination. We'll put all 4 points into melee combat. Although, why does he have this armor? Yeah, let's put this armor on Kickboy. This armor's good. I don't think it's fantastic, but it's not bad. So we can put this armor on. So we will... Alright, it's hard to find the legitimate armor among all the other armor. And so when we go here to skills, you'll see the hat gives you an extra point for mechanics. So we'll give him that. And I think this guy has enough strength to take the big beefy armor. So we'll give him the big goofy armor here. Do I have pants? No pants. Alright, looking at our other players. He's got the big goofy pants. We'll give him the goofy pants. So now he's all coordinated. And my OCD can be happy. Alright, perks. Sorry about that. Real quick. Perks. This is a really good one. Striking distance gives you more combat speed when you have 2 melee weapons equipped, which he should. He does. So we'll get that bonus in there. He needs some sort of pants. Quan. Lucia leveled up. So we can give Lucia better body armor here. We got a lot of this Merc armor left over. So we'll give Lucia that, and then she'll have to just have the other pants on for now. Awareness is good. But we're just going to keep putting him into coordination for now. And I will probably at some point respec Lucia. Here we got 3 points. And why she has that, I don't know. So we'll take that off. And do we have something else to give her? Well, we could give her the Ranger hat. Oh, so here's something interesting. You can go give this guy double mechanic boost with the hat and with the toolkit here. So we got 2 points into mechanics. And then we'll take his pendant, which boosts his strike rate, and we'll give that to Lucia. And then we'll go here into perks. Trick shot, horrible. I don't think very highly of trick shot. I would have liked it better if she had opportunist first. So we'll give her opportunist, which gives you a strike meter boost. So she's doing fine. Mercy, we can upgrade her body armor as well. And we'll give her this hat. Alright, attributes. We're going for awareness to increase her hit chance. Skills, we could put lockpicking to 8. You don't know how tempting this is. Or we could get sniper rifles up 2, which would give us masterful precision. I don't think I have anything that boosts lockpicking. But we're going to hold off on the lockpicking for right now and put them both into sniper rifles. And then over here in perks, we will select Masterful Precision. As you can see, Precision Strikes significantly higher chance of inflicting critical effect, and we want that. Here's the one you really want, though, Chain Ambush. Yeah. Alright, so I think that's everybody. I've re-armored everybody. I'm going to go sell some of this armor we're not using. And I'm going to buy this guy a pair of pants. And then we'll go visit Rosie Wong and see what she has to say after that.
Scandal at Little Vegas nightclub. Rygo linked to Dorsey attack.
I noticed I got a new sub. Thank you to whoever that was. If you came from my old channel or my other channel, which focuses on world warships, thank you. If you came of your own accord and did not know about my other channel, even better.
All I did was ask a few questions.
All right, this woman is scowling and kicking snow as she glares at the boarded up museum. She jumps when you approach.
Who? Oh, hold on. You're the Rangers, right? Talk of the town. Welcome to Colorado.
All right, we'll ask this person, Junko Murayama. Who are you?
Junko Murayama, sculptor, roboticist, amateur historian, and former curator of the Colorado Springs Museum of History.
former curator.
Can you believe it? I really fixed up that museum. Before me, just a bunch of dirty old trash we had to go look at 5 times a year in school. I brought the place into the 22nd century, scavenged some old robot parts to rebuild the animatronics, remade all the replicas from scratch, cleaned all the blood off the scar collector weapons. Good stuff.
Why would you want to clean the blood off? All right, why did the museum close? She sticks out her lower lip.
Officially, because of the Dorsey raid. But I think they didn't like the questions I was asking about the Patriarch's history while I was renovating the exhibits. I mean, why else would they tell me they'll be hiring a new curator? What's that got to do with the raid?
All right, so here's your first clue that maybe everything's not on the up and up with the Patriarch. Why do you think your questions got the museum shut down?
I don't even know. I sent Diligent Joe, the Patriarch's private secretary, a list of questions about the Dorsey family and the routing of the Plains gangs. Just trying to clear up a few weird discrepancies, you know? Well, he doesn't get back to me, and then the raid happens, and I'm out on my ass with no explanation. That's weird, right?
Is it weird? Who knows? All right, sounds like you're proud of the museum.
Heck yeah, I am. It was a real sight to behold before they shut it down. Animatronic exhibits portraying our great history, true relics of our struggle to survive, displayed for all to see. Authentic handmade replicas of lost treasures. Just some real A-plus quality work, if I do say so myself.
All right, even though we've already been there, we can say, is there a way to get inside?
The marshals have the front boarded up, but there's a side entrance you might be able to open. It's never guarded, but they keep it locked. You didn't hear that from me.
So like all wrongfully terminated employees, she's got a grudge. We've got a big space back at our new HQ that would be perfect for a museum. Want to join the Rangers and be our curator?
That's rad! Heck yes! Thank you! You won't regret this. You're over at the old airbase, right? I've read all about that place. I'll see you back at your HQ.
And she doesn't move. And she probably won't until you leave this part of the map. All right, let's go buy some pants.
Welcome to the freshly reopened Taiwan Jones's Emporium! We have every fin you need, just for the asking and, well, the paying. Well done scuttling those damn Dorseys in the gardens, chums. So, what are you looking for?
What's with all the ocean puns?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Franz.
Can we see your wares?
Sardinely.
That could be interpreted several different ways. All right, so let's sell this ugly uniform thingy. And those, I don't even want to read the name out loud. And this thing, although it does give you penetration +2. Because of the ears. All right, we're going to sell this, sell this, sell this. We will keep this in case we have to up armor someone else. Sell this and sell that. And now we could buy a pair of Radtech pants. But how about these pants? How much more is it? 73 to 131. And it's the same kind of armor wise. Or we could buy these pants. Even more pricey. I think it's worth it, actually. I'm going to buy these. And While we're on it, I'm going to sell these poisonous mushrooms. And I'm going to sell these pickle jars. On success applies twisted wrist, so then you need an injury kit. So if you were desperate, you could use these, but it would just add an injury to your player. So I try not to use them. And we've got 9 gold nuggets. We're going to hold those until we get somebody up to 10 barter. So I'm not going to sell those. And we're not going to sell our junk either by hitting the X button here on Xbox. We're not going to sell our junk because you could get an antique in the junk. And if you have an antique and you have a perk called Antiques Appraiser, you can get a fair amount of money. In the old days, it was a way people could exploit the system for extra money. But since we are playing it now, we can't exploit it for extra money. Anyway, we got some pants here. So that's good. Can I modify this armor? Look at that. I have a modifying armor guy. Evasion, combat speed. You know who needs combat speed? This guy needs combat speed. And I don't know if anybody else needs combat speed. We'll modify this because this might be a good armor to keep around. We'll add evasion there. What do we have for chest armor? Healing bonus. So we got the pocket dock. Since we're going to be keeping this armor for a while, we'll add the pocket. Do we want to add the pocket dock? No, we'll add the regular armor to that, or the whatever to that. And this guy's probably, this armor probably going to get hit a lot, so we'll add the pocket dock to that. So that's that. Because I'm planning to put in a different melee character, and they're going to be having mechanics, and so I want this armor boosted up for that player. Alright, that's everything there. Let's go see what Rosie Wong wants now. She called and complained. And this is a good way to come over here. Did we dig all this stuff up already? I guess we did. Well, if you need an animal, who has the animal? She has Animal Whisperer. And she's got critical chance, so that's good. Alright. Let's go see what Rosie Wong wants.
Yeah? This is the Sans Luxe Apartments?
The Desert Rangers to see Miss Wong.
What? You're here? I don't believe it. Come in. Come in.
Alright, so now we can leave the area. Are you sure you want to travel to Sans Luxe Apartments? Without luxury, of course I want to go there. They provide the finest budget accommodations in Colorado Springs. Rosie Wong is waiting for you when you enter, smoking a cigarette. She smiles when she sees you. Her teeth are the color of caramel corn. Yikes.
I can't believe you came. Those goddamn marshals never come. They think I'm a pest. I'm vigilant, is what I am. V-I-G-I-L...
She takes a deep drag.
A-N-T. Anyhow, I hope you're ready for trouble, Rangers, because I got a situation here.
Oh, come on, Rosie. I always came when you called, didn't I?
You're with the Rangers now, Quan? Well, you were one of the better ones. I'm glad you're out of that marshal racket.
All right, we can say, what's your problem with the marshals? Why do the marshals think you're a pest? What seems to be the trouble? We'll ask this question. Why do the marshals think you're a pest?
Because I asked them to do their job. They hate that, the lazy, fat-ass carbuncles. If they never did a lick of work in their lives, it would be too much for them. Ugh.
What's your problem with the marshals?
They're bought and paid for. Sure as hell never help ordinary citizens, let me tell you. Unless you pay them extra, but I never pay anybody until they earn it.
What seems to be the trouble?
The guy in room 3, Irv. He's not supposed to have anybody else living there, but I hear voices in there all the time. They're always banging on stuff, and I can smell burning and bleach and I don't know what else. Make him stop it or throw him out. Either one is fine with me.
Have you talked to him about it?
He just says there's nothing going on and there's no one in there but him. Lying to my face like I don't know shit from diamonds. How dare he? Apartment room 3, end of the long hallway. The door's on the right. I know he's up to something. I just know it.
Okay, Rosie. We got it.
Alright, that's a new one on me. Like I don't know shit from diamonds. I've never heard that before. Alright, here we can do a repair job on this generator. And open up this container. And get some scrap and stuff and a nose ring, which I really need. And there's a cyborg chicken in here. I do not recommend getting the cyborg chicken until after you resolve apartment 3. Just hear me now, believe me later. Alright, weapons crate. Do our pick lock here. And we got a steering wheel club, I guess, which we already had. And an armor crate. And we got a whole suit of tactical armor. So that is a huge upgrade. And we will give that to Quan. And then we can go here and give his pants to Lucia. And there are no upgrades left for Mercy, so we just got an extra suit of armor, although it's not a match set. But that is a huge upgrade for Quan, so we will take it. And we will come back for the chicken perhaps later, if I remember to do that. Also, if you need a cat, there are plenty of cats around here, which will give you that bonus that we looked at earlier. Alright, apartment 6. We're going to pick the lock. Here is a mysterious hooded figure named Satoshi.
Need space demons intercepted. Display rendered objects and assigned to translation vectors.
This hooded figure peers at you unblinking and prefers a simple metal case. He seems to want you to take it. And we will take the case, say, thanks.
Alert. Do not delete local references to object. If memory allocation is null, then unhandled exception occurs.
It appears he's telling you not to open or discard the case, or you'll face some kind of consequence. He turns back to his terminals and seems to forget you are in the room.
Avoid unintentional unsigned wraparounds.
Alright, well, I wouldn't want to be an assigned wrapperette or whatever he just said, so. Loot a little junk pile right here and get some trash. Let's check out apartment 5. Couple of beds in here and a booze box. Incredibly real doll crafting recipe and a Boer's Light. I'm terrified as to what the incredibly real doll is supposed to represent. So you need football, human bones, human teeth, tangled clown wig, toad tongue, muscle tissue, pigskin, and toad eye. Yeah, I don't... Here's the mysterious case. It's worth $3K. And some other stuff. Alright, moving on to apartment 4, I guess. There is a toaster. We do not have anybody with toaster repair. But fear not, you can just leave it here and come back for it later. I recommend doing it, the toaster repair thing. Even though some people say it is debatable rewards. And so we'll just take all that stuff. And one more crate container. Meat pies, how to make pies from scratch by N. Lovett. Illustrated cookbook of meat pies from around the world. Alright, we'll pick the lock. It's always good to proceed cautiously. And there is an alarm there. So we want to send in... Who has sneaky shit? We'll send Mercy in to get that. And then we'll leave her in the corner here. And then we'll move everybody in a bit cautiously because we don't want to get detected. And I'm just warning you, I think this could be dangerous combat if you're unprepared for what could happen. Alright, so you can see off at the very top of the screen there's a little wire, and that means there is something that runs on power right there, but it also can spot us. So you kind of have to... Oh, I was going to try and sneak through his detection circle. And you can see that is a heavy turret, and that is no good. And they're throwing shrink grenades. And everybody's getting shrunk. And my guy's dead already. And that's the thing that's really bothersome. These weapons that this guy has are super powerful. And can kill you in about 2 or 3 shots, so... We gotta go resurrect our guy. Yeah, there's nobody near that. I like to use the environment against my opponents, but there's nobody near the nitrogen tank. And if I ran for it, I would only make it over to here. That being said, I think it might be... I mean, I've got to res him because he's got the mechanics to disable the turret. You know, I probably shouldn't have done that. So may that be a lesson to you. I probably should have waited till combat started and then ran over there. So we're going to move here, and then we'll engage the Irv clone number 2. Alright, melee character, we will send him to resurrect his boyfriend, who has no health. And we'll heal that guy, and then we'll hide behind this crate. Alright, miniature Marshall Kwan. This is like Saturday Night Live with the mini Ditkas. We're going to actually move him over to here. I know that puts him closer to the turret. But I don't want everybody all bunched up. And then I will go into ambush mode. Lucia Wesson. She can actually shoot at him through the shelf. And now we got a critical shot. And we're going for the head. That was okay. Mercy. We take out the turret, so we don't need to turn off the generator at this point. So that was helpful, and we'll just save the rest of her points. Oh, and now this guy can shoot with his 3 points, or we could juice up his health. I think if I juiced up his health, he'd just get shot and killed again anyway. So I'm going to just shoot at the Irv clone with our shotgun. And I wounded the cat. Alright, we got an ambush in there. That's good. Oh. Oh. Alright, thankfully the Irvs aren't having very good aim, so that's good. But this combat, in my opinion, could go very badly for someone who wasn't really ready for what was going on here. Alright, our first shot at the Irv clone, and we missed. I'm going to heal. And then one more shot at the Irv clone. And I missed again. Fantastic. And then we'll reload. I can't reload. Alright. We'll just save that then. Alright, this guy, we're going in hard. We're going to use our Thundering Strike. And he is stunned. So in other combats, in theory, you could move on to a different character. Enemy, I guess, for one turn. We're going to hit him again. And didn't do any additional damage. Marshal Quan. And he missed because the submachine gun is not particularly accurate. So we'll move a little bit closer. And still really didn't do anything. Lucia will do a heal. And then we are going to throw a Molotov cocktail. Which did not set him on fire. So that was fantastic. Alright, Mercy. Slightly better hit percentage chance than Quan. And we actually hit him. I am shocked. Alright, and we'll save her 2 points for the next round. Ogre, who is going to shoot at this guy. And we shot everyone else in addition to shooting him. But he is almost dead. So that was helpful. And we'll save his 2 points for next turn. He ran through the fireball and did not get injured. Alright, Quan's dead. Or down. But I think they wasted all their time doing that. The cat finished off Irv clone number 3. Alright, that's fantastic. Alright, Irv number 1 is dead. Good job, Ogre. We're going to move on to our next person. Oh, I don't... Alright, we'll skip him and go to Bronco. I thought that guy was dead, and he was not. Alright, so Bronco, we're going to heal ourselves. Got a lucky heal there. And we'll just move down here in case we need to attack him on our next turn and save that. Alright, Lucia can't do a whole lot. Oh, you know what? Let's go back to Ogre and move him over here. And then go back to Lucia. Now we can, in theory, revive Quan without going through the fire. And we'll take one shot at the Irv clone. Alright, did a little bit of damage there. And now we'll retreat 1 square. Mercy has a precision strike. And he's not dead yet. Alright, save that. We will save that. Alright, here we've got Kick Boy. Can we get close enough? Can we actually hit him with our shotgun this time? Of course not. And I was trying not to hit the cat. So we'll just save it for next time. And Quan doesn't have enough AP to shoot, so we'll just heal up. Come on, Major Tom, finish him off.
These molars do not compute.
Alright, we're just going to go straight to Bronco, and hopefully we can finish him off. Alright, well that was not as bad as it could have been. Got the shrink grenade recipe and some other stuff here. Some weapon mods. Ammo crate. Yeah, I gotta say I got really lucky by taking out that turret with one shot. That saved my life, I think. This combat, in my opinion, could go really badly. Alright, got some weapons and everything. So, how do we want to do this? So we want to put one person here. And the other person here. And that makes the computer work. And then we will, got one more ammo box, loot over here. And we'll go to, oops, wrong side of the table. On the desk you find a chaotic mess of ancient dot matrix printouts. That used to be a type of printer. Scientific journals and dog-eared books. Notes are scrawled on them in wild childish hand. A computer awaits a button press. Begin the experiment. Alright, the computer analyzes both sensors as large volumes of data fill the screen. A small thermal printer begins to spew out reams of information laid in paper. The text is thick with mind-numbing scientific jargon, charts, graphs, cryptic electrical and anatomical diagrams, and some printouts reference books and notes on the table. The title of the textbooks stand out. Cloning in Our Time, Dream or Reality, Robot, Cybernetics and Cloning, The Future is Now, Cloning, Theory and Practice, Life Everlasting, Trademark, Business Prospectus, A New You. The list continues, but one component remains the same, the name on every title page, Professor Irwin John Finster, Ph.D. Every ranger knows the name of Irwin John Finster, the director of the infamous Project Darwin and an old enemy of the Desert Rangers. Rosie's tenant, Irv, has some explaining to do. Alright, so as you can see, when we conducted the experiment, one of our characters, Lucia Weston, got a mutation called Third Eye, increasing critical chance by 5%. So maybe I should have put my sniper character there because we want her to get strike rate, not necessarily critical chance. So I chose incorrectly, so don't do that. And then Mercy got a bad mutation called the Stink, minusing evasion by 5%, can only be removed by antidote or a doctor NPC. Do we have an antidote? No. Can we make an antidote? Yes, so let's make an antidote and then take an antidote. And it went away. Alright, there we go. So just know that this pad gives you the stink, and this pad gives you the third eye, which is what you want, in theory. Also, if we had a really sneaky character with mechanics, if you can get over to this machine without being spotted, I believe you can just shut it off, and it like shuts down all the clones somehow. Alright, so that's apartment 3. Let's go back and talk to Rosie and see what she has to say.
So, what'd you find in apartment 3? Was he making bombs like I said?
He wasn't there, and it's weirder than that.
Weirder how?
All right, we got some different dialogue things here. The truth will set you free, folks. Your tenant may be associated with a dangerous scientist. He also has a cloning machine, and we killed several copies of him.
Yeah, you were right. That's weirder than making bombs. Can I at least go in and clean up?
It's not safe in there. Please stay out until we find him. And so if you didn't have the lockpick to unlock the safe, or if you didn't do everything in there, I would always give this answer.
Oh, his security deposit's not gonna cover the repairs, is it? If he wasn't in his apartment, then he's probably at the bookshop in Market Square. Look for a skinny guy, always wearing a lab coat. Let me know what happens.
All right, so let's go find Herb and see what he has to say for himself.
Come in, Team November, Ranger HQ here. A squad of BAMPs rolled up to Ranger HQ, rough mercenary types. Their leader goes by Gary Wolf, claims to be an ex-Ranger. Says he has news for you about your old enemy. Seems like the cutthroat take-no-prisoner type. Over.
BAMFs?
Badass motherfuckers.
Are they causing any problems?
That's a negative. Some hurt feelings and broken pottery maybe, but they appear to be friendlies.
Old enemy?
No idea. Your guess is as good as mine.
Copy that, Ranger HQ. We'll check it out.
We'll be here. Over and out.
So no need to go out of your way to pursue that. I would just go finish this one first. And so we're looking for a guy in a lab coat who looks just like these clones, except for probably is a little bit smarter.
Just wish they'd rebuild my house. Hi. Do you have any books on cloning?
On what? Clowning? No clown books, sorry.
No, cloning! You know, using your own genetic material to make a new human.
Oh, you mean fucking. Yes, I've got plenty of books about fucking.
What? No, not fucking! Cloning! It's how you make new humans without sex.
Jesus. Why would anyone want to do that?
My thoughts exactly. A tall, lanky man is looking over the books on a merchant's stand, muttering nervously to himself. Don't move. Keep your hands where we can see them.
What? Who are you? What do you want?
We're the ones asking the questions. You're Irv, right?
Yes. What do you want? Are you going to arrest me?
We found some papers in your apartment written by Erwin John Finster. Is that your real name? He looks around nervously.
Please don't tell the marshals, but I'm one of his clones. Unfortunately, I'm 4th generation, at least. So, I'm not as smart as the original. Smart enough to use Dr. Finster's notes to get the cloning machine working again, but but not smart enough to make good quality clones. I can't even make one as good as myself, and I'm not that good. Bits of me don't work very well at all.
You hear that, folks? Bits of me don't work very well at all. You sure you want to be cloned? We were attacked in your apartment by a few guys who looked just like you. Any explanation for that?
Oh no! Did you kill them?
I'm afraid we had to. Sorry.
Oh, poor clones. They never really acted right. I screwed up the formula somehow.
Tell us more about these clones.
Well, I guess I'm kinda afraid to make friends the normal way, so I made them an abnormal way. Only I didn't do it very well. When they came out of the chamber, there was something wrong with them. They were really stupid and really crazy. And they just got crazier day by day. If I hadn't run out of the apartment today, they would have killed me. I'm a bad father. I'm a bad father.
What do you know about Dr. Finster?
Oh, Dr. Finster was a genius. He's the only person in the world to have mastered the cloning of humans. He may have become a little paranoid at the end, but that doesn't lessen any of the good he gave to the world. Until he decided all humans had to die. He was a real humanitarian.
Is Finster still alive?
The original? No, not anymore, but I guess, in a way, as long as I'm alive, he is too, because I'm him, aren't I?
He suddenly pales? Oh, he pales suddenly and swallows, sorry.
I mean, I'm him, but not the part of him that wanted to wipe out the entire human race, right? Yeah? I wasn't suggesting, no. You know the whole nature versus nurture debate? How some things are genetic and some things you learn? Well, that killing everybody part of him, that was nurture. He wasn't born that way, and neither am I swear. You believe me, don't you?
We believe you're not smart enough to threaten the human race.
It's true. I'm not. I'm totally not. So, you're not gonna arrest me?
We're not. In fact, if you bring your cloning machine, you're welcome at Ranger HQ. We could use scientists like you. And the great part is, we can start cloning ourselves.
You're gonna let me be a real scientist? This is the best! I'm so grateful! I'll do good work for you, I promise. Thank you so much.
Alright, so we've removed a danger from the Sans Luxe Apartments and moved it into our headquarters. We keep an eye on Irv and his cloning machine. Will we be able to clone a bologna sandwich? Probably not. But maybe we can clone ourselves. Alright, let's go back and update Rosie Wong. Alright, let's not run over Rosie Wong.
Any word on the loony in number 3 yet, Rangers?
We found Irv and he won't be coming back. You can clear out his room now.
About time. Gonna take me a week to clean up that mess. What was his deal, anyway?
Well, he's a clone, and he was afraid of being found and arrested, so he hid in his room and made other clones for friends.
Oh, that's kinda sad. What did you do with him?
We invited him to join us at Ranger HQ. He's going to work in our medical lab.
Well, how about that? I'm glad to hear it. Never wished the poor man ill, just didn't want him here. Thank you, Rangers. Here's a little something for taking care of the problem and tying it up in a pretty bow. So long. Oh, my sciatica.
All right. Rosie? Her sciatica's bothering her. We got some people leveled up. We got a robot chicken in here to seduce. While sickly and starved looking, the chicken is also unexpectedly spry. For some reason, half of its head is shelled in metal, and cybernetic parts are implanted in its body. And we'll use Animal Whisperer to say, hey, come with us if you want to live. It hops diagonally away from you, feathers fluffed and eyes wide with shock, but it does not take long before the chicken decides you're worthy of cooperation and begins following your lead. I think I was just talking while the microphone was muted, which is embarrassing. All right, we recruited the chicken. We got him on our side. It doesn't matter. I think that we had another follower. So we recruited him, and we were going to bring him back to the little pen outside of the compound. And we're reaching the end of the episode. We will probably not deal with Gary Wolf in this episode, so that'll be next episode. It'll just be us going back and dropping off the chicken and then leveling up our characters. And then maybe we'll probably replace both Kick Boy and Bronco in our next episode. So you'll be able to see that in a scintillating and very important process, which I know you've been dying to see. And then at that point, our team will be a lot more fleshed out, and you'll have a better idea of what I'm trying to do combat-wise. Allegedly. Look at this. Someone left us a present. Badly typed note. A folded sheet of paper stuffed in an envelope. There are many strike-throughs and all cap words. Great. Handmade knight costume. Well, we're not going to be cosplaying as a knight or a wizard, but if you want to, you now have a costume for yourself. Alright, here's the chicken coop. And we will speak with the chicken. Oblivious to your presence, the chicken runs itself to the wall repeatedly. Sounds like it has brain damage. But now that we got here, the other chicken leaves. And he goes and joins his compatriot. So we did the right thing there. Alright. Let's go and look at, this guy needs a little help. So we will give him bacon that has only a 20% healing chance. It says it's crispy and delicious and hellishly greasy. Bacon should give you like 150% healing. I don't agree with this 20% business. Alright, he got baconed up. Ogre is gonna get baconed up here. Alright, Quan needs an injury kit. And now we will advance Quan 1 into coordination. Oh, we can put 3 in automatic weapons. We can put a bunch in first aid. Put 2 points into kiss ass. Let's put it all into automatic weapons, which are not particularly strong, I don't think. And Mercy will put 1 point into awareness. And we got 3 points. We will put into sneaky shit. And we have a point left over. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the episode, folks. When we come back next episode, we'll talk to Gary Wolf. We'll put two new people in our squad and replace the starting pair of Bronco and Kickboy. Maybe we'll go rescue that other cybernetic chicken from the Garden of the Gods. Maybe there's some other stuff we can do in the city, and we'll just see how that goes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button.